So I'll ask a question that these guys won't get. You'll get immediately, and then I'll qualify it. Craig Fitzgerald or Luke Day?
I don't know Luke Day like that.
Okay. And I don't want to put you in a weird spot. I know your podcast is Gamecock Central, all that kind of stuff. But
I don't think it's unfair to say that I like Fitzgerald more often. I mean, he was freaking awesome. That guy was an absolute savage. Absolute savage.
We're talking about strength and conditioning coaches. The current one's name is Luke Day. And so amongst my like Gamecock network, you know, there's like a group thread whenever a game happens. And whenever the Gamecocks are looking weak, particularly like on the O-line, someone will say, fire Luke Day. And then people will reply, hire Strength Co. And it's like our joke, right? So it's Garcia, you're not endorsing this. It's just what we do. So someone was like, hey, ask him about Fitzgerald. But we do talk a lot about weightlifting in here. As you know, my company makes weightlifting equipment. We talk a lot about coaching and stuff. As you're a quarterback at a high level, what kind of stuff are you doing? Are you doing squats and deadlifts? Are you doing plyo box jumping? Like, and when you talk about your young kids that are throwing ball, you know, because I know you've messaged me a few times about your son, and you like tag them, like, watch this video. And I always am like, wait, which video is this? And it's like, hey, squat, drink milk, get bigger. And that's why, like, me as a strength coach, I was like you as a quarterback. Cause I'm like, yeah, it was, what were you, 230?
My playing days were 250.
250, right? You were big, right? You trucked people. And I'm like, how, like, if you're stronger, you're better. I think that in general, but also it's good for my business. But like, what kind of stuff did you do strength wise, or were you just 250 because it was like 24 natty lights every Friday?
I mean, so I got to South Carolina at like 210, 215.
Okay.
And I remember doing like a zone read and running out, and Eric Norwood again ran behind me and caught me, and he was 260 or 270. I was like, okay, well, I'm clearly not fast enough to outrun these guys. I'm just going to put on a lot of weight, so at least the shit don't hurt. Yeah. So, I mean, my first strength coach was Black Iron. Coach Spurrier brought him on from Florida, and he was a deadlift, squat, just heavy weight. And I think that's when I tore my labrum. So then we got Coach Fitzgerald the next time, and, you know, we didn't do any of that. We were doing kind of like the TB12 method, to where we're doing more resistance bands. You know, we were still like benching and squatting heavily, but, you know, we weren't doing any sort of the powerlifting or, you know, any of the other kind of crazy stuff. So it was more just like resistance and kind of stuff like that. But I still maintained the 250 weight.
Okay. So you're 250 right now. What are you after a fast? Like 238?
No, I'm like 230 now.
Okay. Oh, you're 230 now. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
My wife's over in the background laughing her ass off. She doesn't think that's accurate.
Yeah, I know. I say that too. But like, you know, you just had a baby. So I was like, my best like powerlifting, I was 250, and then I went down to 210, and I lived there. And then my wife got pregnant, and it's like, all she wants to do is eat. And the best way to make her happy is to take her to eat. And like, I'm not going to like sit here and order one piece of chicken while she eats a burger. And like, all of a sudden I'm like 235 again. And I'm like, oh man, like that happened fast.
It happens in a very, very quick moment, in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, for sure.
She's over there laughing right now. I don't know if you can hear her or not. But like I'd go play golf with some of my buddies, and, you know, we drink a couple beers, and then I'd come back home, and she's like, I'm really hungry. Let's go get a burger. I was like, that sounds great.
Say less.
What a great idea. Yeah.
Great idea.
I heard they got pitchers there too. Let's go.
Let's get a milkshake or an ice cream. That sounds even better. Hell yeah.
Perfect. Oh my gosh.
Man, I was going to kind of piggybacking off Grant's question. Like, how much does I don't know, I've never been in like a football locker room. Does the strength and conditioning coach, like, does he set the tone of the culture? Like, what's that relationship like with the players?
He's kind of fast forwarding 10 years to where you're the head coach of the Gamecocks. I'm Luke Day, and, you know, he's just thinking about how it's going to be. So yeah, go ahead.
I don't think that we can ever hire me. I got too much baggage. I'm too crazy on social media for them to hire me.
That's right.
Come to A&M.
But yeah, you know, Trey, to answer your question, it's 100%. And that's, you know, I forgot who talked about it, but one of the coaches in college, it might have been Saban actually. It's like the strength coach is who these guys are with 90% of the time. You know, you got winter workouts, the coaches can't be there. You got summer workouts, coaches can't be there. You know, so realistically, the position coaches and the head coach can be there for spring and fall, and that's it. So, you know, we were with the strength coaches all year round, and, you know, as big of a knucklehead as I was, I had a pretty good relationship with Coach Fitzgerald, and, you know, we still talk to this day. So, which is kind of cool. And, yeah, man, those guys definitely set the tone.